you still remember the word because I said so?
Yeah, most of the time, because I said so. Why? Because I said so. What the heck? My standards are high because I'm very strict. Deal with it. Deal with it. I think most of my students are really tough because they have like a weird and tough teacher. If we are in the bio lab, I can show works of Bella. Bella's work is really outstanding. Yes, beyond average.
Hey guys, welcome back to Bella's Diary. Today I have a special guest that's gonna join my video, and he's a science teacher at TSIS, and he's also the science teacher who made me really wanted to study biology like seriously. And today we're meeting up, so I think he's probably here now. So guys, right now I'm with my most amazing, the coolest teacher, biology teacher, and now he's gonna introduce himself.
So, good day everyone. I'm Teacher Kaito. So, I've been teaching biology for almost more than a decade. Bella was my former student in TSIS, and we still communicate because she was like super good student during my time and during her time in TSIS. So, basically we will do Q&A about bio, about everything under the sun that interests her and her for our like viewers for bio thing stuff.
Oh, do you still remember the word because I said so?
Yeah, most of the time, for example, we have activities and they will question me and I will just say, because I said so. And then end of situation. Because most of the time they will like question me and then for me to cut them out, I will just say, because I said so. Day one of our class, I asked them to write this many paragraphs. Like, if I'm not mistaken, 8 or 9 paragraphs. Yeah, it's a lot. It's all my rules and regulations because I'm like really a tough teacher, but not really. You can ask her about my strategies also. I'm a different kind of teacher. Like, different and interesting. So, every time they do have an activity, because I am trained for understanding by design module, so it's a different way of teaching science, so it makes the students more interested and more active. It's more collaborative. The word is collaborative, so I always ask them to do things learning by doing approach. So in their class, in our class, in biology class, it's not just me. It's majority of the work is them, and then I do just facilitate. That's the reason why that the coined what the heck? Because most of the projects, or rather the work, they coin them as project, but for me it's just seat work. And transitioning from primary 6 to like secondary 1 is difficult. Because all of my tasks is like project-like, but it's not project. It's seat work. And they will just ask, why? Because I said so. My standards are high, but I think they were able to put it up with the standards. Now, most of my students are really good at it. So when they go to other schools, it's just easy breezy. All the tasks from other teachers now is like easy breezy because they went through a lot. Like, a lot. Like, I'm not sure if it's allowed in YouTube, but like, hell, a lot of work. Imagine within a week, you had like 2-3 activities. So much. Like, super so much. And then, sometimes they will be paired with one another, or they will be paired the one that they like. Yes, that part, the one that they like. And then eventually, I will ask them to be with someone that they really don't like. Because again, in science, in life, you don't have to, like, just pick one only. Because you have to get along. It's part of science. So, what the heck?
Thank you, what the heck? So I've got some questions for you to answer. And the first question is, what was your inspiration that made you want to become a biology teacher?
Okay. At first, I'm not into like science per se, like biology. I'm into physical therapist when I was in senior high school or like in high school. But my mom opted to have textbooks which are like science based because she used to teach in elementary science. So that's the reason why I was interested in science. When I was young, I do extraction, dissection, but I don't know the term yet. But I was able to do some extractions, dissection, and then I fell in love with it, yes. And then during my grade 8 or secondary school, second year high school in the Philippines, my bio teacher, she was so good. Like, I'm not sure if it's the same level, but she was really good. I got interested. I went to the library. I don't go to the library so much. But because of her, I got so interested that really, it's really good. And then the one that I have at home, is like the foundation or the fundamentals of biology. And then after which, I told my mom that really I kind of interested in bio. And then during university days, I took 4 majors: chemistry, physics, biology, and the other one I forgot. But then year 2, I focused on biology because most of my professors told me that they see me as like a good protege for a biology professor or teacher. That's the reason why I think it is because of my mom, indirectly. She did not push me, but she gave me a lot of books. When I was young, I was not allowed to read magazines, nothing at all, just the science textbook. So growing up, I thought it's norms that everybody has science textbook at home. Like it's like a Bible to me when I was young. And come year 2 or grade 8, I fell in love again with bio, and then it recurred, and then everything went smooth. That's it.
Claps. Why did you move from the Philippines to Singapore, then to Thailand?
It's a silly question. It's not really intellectual because my sister was so hooked with Thai what do you call this? Thai series and Thai movies, and then because of the influence, I got hooked as well. And then I had this series. It's called Hormones, the series. So I'm not really sure if you guys are familiar because it's way too old. The series is a bit old, but that's usually I got interested in the school system in Thailand. And then when I got offer, when I was still in Singapore, I got an offer from Thailand, and I said, yeah, why not? And then I packed my things, no questions asked. I just want to try, and then yes, and I still have work. I opted to stay for 3 months, but now it's like more than 6 years already in Thailand. So that's the story behind, just because I want to try. But I've been here before with my mom and my sister. We went to Indochina tour, Vietnam, Cambodia, and Thailand. And then we met some Filipinos here. And then they asked me if I would love to teach here. I said, no, it's not really for me because it's the same weather. So I told them if I will go teach abroad in a different country or in a different ecosystem. Okay, so basically that's it.
Great answer. So, another question is that for people who loves to study biology, is it necessary for them to be like doctors or like science teachers? Is there any career they can do to like more paths to that?
Actually, there's a lot of path with respect to biology. It's misconception that when you took bio, you can only teach, you can only be a doctor. You can pursue like in laboratory works, pharmaceutical works, research. Nowadays, research is very evident, especially now we have COVID-19. So there's a lot of money with respect to research. I'm not saying it's a good thing that we have COVID. I'm just saying that it's backbone of science. So because bio means life, and life is important nowadays. So it's important.
So, next question is, how is biology important to us, and how could it change the world in a good way in the future?
Biology is very important because we live in a society. You communicate with one another, so you have to learn to how to coexist. Especially, for example, in our activity, sometimes you like your partner, sometimes you don't like your partner. In reality, you will be in a corporate. Even though you own a business, you will have people around you, and that's biology. Understanding one another. So there's life because it's all about life, communicating, and social interaction. Everything falls under the umbrella of bio. So basically, that's the important thing about learning biology. Okay, I'll give an example. This is a little nerdy, but I'm gonna give it to you guys. So for example, we had discussion about food chain. You're not into vegetables, but you love burgers. But everybody wants to eat a burger, but nobody wants to meet a butcher. So basically, it means that we are interrelated one way or another. That's the reason why bio is important. If you will disregard plants, you need oxygen. Oxygen is the basic thing for you to survive. So if you don't know how to take care of plants, if you disregard plants because you don't care about plants, how about you? You need oxygen. And you eat meat. Teacher Kaito, how about I'm a vegetarian? So even though you're a vegetarian, who will supply nutrients from the plant? It's the feces or the manure. Sorry for those who are eating. It's the manure from the soil. So everything is interconnected one way or another.
And how would biology change the world in a good way?
I think it's very relevant nowadays because we have new sets of vaccine, new technologies is under genetic engineering or just basically genetics. it is under bio. So we have to be adaptive of change because change is very evident nowadays. People are afraid. People who don't know what mRNA vaccine, they are afraid of that particular vaccine to be used. But we have studies, we have scientists, so we believed in facts rather than hearsay. So I think that's the most important thing nowadays about biology is that application and understanding and what do you call this? Information dissemination with respect to the science behind it. Because if you don't know things, you will be afraid. But if you will be enlightened, you will understand the science behind it, the concept behind it, and its benefits. So we will have a world with like lesser COVID rates, so we can travel again, like the new norm. So I think that's the good thing about bio and the emerging world right now. That's the thing about students nowadays. They should be inclined in science and technology, so we will have a better picture when push comes to shove that we will have another pandemic. I hope not. At least those generations, like Bella's generations, can like do something about it quicker, faster than my generation and the other generation as well. So study well.
감사합니다. So we're just gonna ask you about the environment in the class and also about me. And you can just explain what you want. Funny and yeah, just basically explain. Yeah. Yeah. Just anything funny and nice and interesting and whatever you want to say.
Okay. But I will not name names, okay?
No need.
Okay. Do you want me to name names? Okay, just to make sure.
No, don't name names.
Is it rolling?
It is really my mom's taking.
Ah, okay, sorry. So basically, at first, they were like petrified, scared. They want to puke, they want to vomit. It's the same redundant. They want to go to the toilet. No one can like speak or talk, especially when I ask them to have this triangle fold with the names, because they will get deduction if the name is not on the center, because I'm very strict. Because I want them to be like disciplined rather than motivated, because you cannot be motivated every single day of your life. So that's the reason why day 1, day 2, and then the weeks ahead, they were disciplined. So with or without me, the flow will go on even if I'm not around. If the school will just have a substitute teacher, I will just ask them to do something, they can do it. That's the reason why I got praises. Tap, 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 just kidding. Praises from other teachers, because even though I'm not around, they can do their own. Because they're disciplined. That's the reason why I want to instill discipline rather than being motivated. Because you cannot be motivated every single day. You get tired, you have a bad day, your hormones, especially their age. So I always ask them to do like this. If they're not feeling, tap, 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 control that hormone. Because your hormone is not you, it's just your hormones. So in our classroom, most of the time, 90% will be the task for the student. I will not say a thing. I'll just give instructions, or rather give the materials on top of their table, or they will just get ready, yes, like heart attack, and then I'll give them a time for them to figure out what are those things, because I will not say a word about what will happen, and then they have to figure out why. Because I always tell them, you have left and right brain, you have gazillions of neurons, so work them out. So sometimes they don't like their partner, they will argue with me, but my favorite line is, because I said so. Because I said so. Yes, they cannot do anything about it even though they cry, especially the girls, because of their hormones. Most of the time, the girls will cry, I don't like her. She's not helping. But I told them, in reality, in the corporate world, some people you will not like some people. Like a lot of people you will not like. But in reality, you have to deal with it. And that's one of my words. Deal with it. Deal with it. Because you have to deal with it. So every time you will face an encounter, or you will encounter a problem, you will just walk away. No. Head on. So I think most of my students are really tough because they have like a weird and tough teacher. So they are really yes. And then most of the time it's hands-on. Why hands-on? Because words are just words. I always tell them, especially in science, especially in biology, you can only learn concept if you can see it, if you can feel it. So it's important, especially for the hands-on exam. Hands-on exam, they're not really used to it because they writing. I said writing is okay, it's part of the test. But IGCSE, you have practical tests. Practical tests, you have to do it on your own. So why start year 2, year 3? You have to start secondary 1 with me. I don't sugarcoat, to be honest. So when the work they gave me is trash, I don't say it as trash, but very synonymous to trash. That's the reason why you will see the progress of their work getting higher and higher, and I like it about them because I'm not pushing them too much, but eventually they push their own with respect to the quality of their work. If we are in the bio lab, I can show works of Bella. Bella's work is really outstanding. Yes, beyond average. But during the time, they will not hear that it's good. I will just say, yeah, it's okay. Because most of the students, yes, can you remember? Even though the work is AA plus, I will not say it's super good. I'll just say, yeah, it's okay. And why? Because when students tend to be more relaxed with the teacher, they'll just say, oh, okay, I can get A star with it. But I always say the good parts already that they were able to improve from trash to gold. Because remember when you had the checkpoint exam from UK, I gave this note, a card. I'm not sure if you.
I still have it.
Okay.
It smells like you.
I know, right? That's the reason why I'm strict. I'm very, yeah, shine like a bright like a diamond, something like that. Because diamonds went through a lot of process, and because of our series of exams, activities, and whatnot, they're like my diamonds in the rough. I'm the person who created or like helped them to outshine themselves. But technically, diamonds don't shine. They
Simons.
no diamonds. They reflect. So basically that's it. I want my students to be more like that. So even they're like crying, Teacher Kaito, that's the best of the best. I said, no, that's just okay. Just okay. Everything is okay. Even though I had complaints. Teacher Kaito, this is ugly. Why do you said it's okay? Because it's okay. Because I said so. It's okay. So that's my trick about my students. So a lot of hard work, a lot of tedious work, a lot of sleepless nights. They wake up early to practice their work because you only have 1 minute to tell everything. You have 1 hour to prepare and you have 1 minute to say it to me. Every incorrect, -1, -1, -1. So if you want to ace my test, you have to be prepared. So a lot of commotion, a lot of
What is all this commotion?
yes,
We still use it.
a lot of commotion inside the class. But it was, I think our class is noisy. I got a lot of complaints because my bio lab is the noisiest lab, and I always battle it out with other teachers that our noise is a productive noise. You will not see one idle student. If there's an idle student, like 1 or 2, but I will shove them so they will work their gluteus maximus off. So yes, your favorite. Put your gluteus maximus up.
Yes! Wait, I just like everything about this. Wait.
Yeah, you can share a little bit of your stories about the classroom, your roommates.
Oh God.
What's the most memorable activity, hands on?
Sure, can I just talk about the train?
Okay. Oh no.
No, it was the first activity. It was about gas, solid, and liquid thingy, and then you just told us to cut circles out. Now I was so confused.
What the heck is
Yeah,
a circle?
yes, I was like, freak, I forgot the shoebox you told me to bring, and I was like, Mom, help, I forgot it. and then eventually you said you can use a paper, so I survived. And then the other day you told me the reason why we needed cardboard, so it doesn't blow away. And then when we did the hands-on thing, I'm surprised I survived. Because there was one time it was like about the sponge and the brittle stuff there. I'm surprised I got everything there on that time. Yeah, I was like, what? Yeah, and then about let's go back to the first one, the circle thing. So like a friend, they put like as a long line thingy. I don't really remember. And then you said, continue playing your choo-choo train. No, me and my friends were laughing like until the other day, and we were still talking about it. I remember waking up in the morning and then holding the book, walking around my whole house, and they'd be like, reflection. If I don't remember this, I'm gonna die. My mom be like, calm down, she's washing the dishes. I'm like, oh no, Teacher Kaito's gonna kill me. Yeah, and then I had to remember every single thing. It was very depressing, but it was really fun.
Yeah.
I really like it.
Crying, lot of sweat, tears.
Tears. Inner tears.
Go to the toilet violent. They cannot control their urethra. You did not study. So that's disrespect to the subject and disrespect to yourself.
That's why me and Pun stayed up to midnight.
And then Pun is like, I should have a video of Pun during hands-on exam.
Sure, Pun's gonna see this. Pun's gonna see it. Pun, ใจเย็นๆ Everyone's gonna see this.
Hello. I told you you're gonna miss me when I'm gone.
Yeah.
So see you secondary 3. I'm not sure if I'm gonna teach secondary 3 though. So I'm not really sure about my schedule.
So yes, thank you. Thank you for you coming today. I think that this video will be very useful to each and every one of you who's watching.
I hope guys you learn a lot and you enjoy this experience with Bella. I hope you subscribe. Click the is it notification thingy? Yeah, the notification thingy, bell and whatever. You subscribe so you can learn a lot of things. It's not just bio. It's everything under the sun. So trust me, Bella is a good kid. So please follow, support. So yeah, my former student. It's nice to meet former students again, to chat along. So without the constraints of four corners of our bio lab nor the classroom. So thanks Starbucks. You should sponsor us.
Yes, Starbucks sponsor me. Okay. Yes, thank you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Yeah. Because I was there for a long time.
I'm gonna push.
Oh, I appreciate it. Okay. Hello. Okay.
Yes, come on.
哦，在。